after that, a few hours after that, Blessed Geza then came up on video. I mean, live, like straight in the face. He was very clear. He laid out what this is about. And so today, really, being the 26th of March, just 5 days before the 31st, Geza has come up to bring further clarity on his operations. And I couldn't imagine a better operational sort of update than what Geza is doing, and he's doing it himself, by the way. So apana, there are no middlemen. You with me? Or Uncle Jeds, or people who claim to have control over the masses. Ulu.
Right, okay, let's avoid talking mentioning names like that, Simba. But yeah,
No, I
I
just
hear
had to
you.
mention, our people have this infatuation with certain characters on social media who have tended to want to think that they're the ones who are leading the community, or they are the ones who are communicating better. Keza is doing it on his own. And I think that is organic. That is just natural. It's important to hear it from the horse's mouth, not through a spokesman. What do you think, Hulu? I think I've lost you, Hulu. I've lost you. I think you're speaking, but I can't hear you at all.
Hi, Simba. Sorry. Yes, I was just saying that it is definitely something to ponder about, and you can just see with the number of people requesting to speak now, and
Hmm.
I think perhaps we should just go to them now.
Oh,
I mean, the
absolutely.
speakers,
Thank
so
you.
we can
Thank you.
start to hear from them.
Thank you. Thank you
You
very
know, there
much.
are
Yeah.
quite a lot of people that want to that wants to speak.
Thank you very
So
much. Yeah.
we can just run through that. So welcome to the space, Mbiri. Welcome Dion. Welcome Lion Nemauko. I see Desmond, Majira, Edson, Levy, Samaita, and those who are requesting, guys. I will be bringing you up fast and furious. We want to hear what are your thoughts with this development. So let me just start with Mbiri James. Mbiri James, how are you today? Are you able to speak? James Mbiri, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
How are you?
I'm good, and you? I just wanted to ask with your audio wasn't being received well here. So I didn't hear what he was saying.
So we just reflecting on the statement by Comrade Blessed Gaza, which is of course an unfolding situation in Zimbabwe, developing situation. The situation seems to have reached another level, so to speak, from the words of S.B. Moyo, if you remember, in 2017. What are your thoughts with what has happened now, the developments in Zimbabwe? Please go ahead. James is not able to speak. Okay, let me go to Dion. Dion, go ahead. Dean, go ahead.
Hello, how are you?
Very fine, Dean. I hope you're good. What are your thoughts with the statement that has been put by, Comrade Blessed Gaza? Go ahead.
First thing, I want to comment about something that was said by Simba. The people were running around and saying Gaza this, Gaza disappeared, Gaza is not showing up. I think it's a human nature where each and every person, we get to a point where we have our own clock, and we're not able to wait for the time. And by that, we become very impatient, and sometimes it's not. I can understand the pressure of the people, because people, they just want ED to go as soon as yesterday. But if we approach it in a wrong manner, we're gonna lose. So, which is something that we don't want at all to lose, or to lose this. It's something that if we are going to approach it, we have to be very strategic and very sure about what you are going to do. So it is a very important thing to be patient enough for us not to run something that is not going to give us.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Dean. Thank you. We appreciate you. Guys, you can drop yourself to the listeners as soon as you speak, because we have got a large number of individuals that want to speak. So you can also help us by sharing the space to as many people as possible, so many Zimbabweans can be able to hear this. This, of course, is about our people. It is about our country. And this is an opportunity for us to speak about these issues. Thank you again for those who are probably joining us now, for joining Zimai Space and joining me, Hulu at Pachiso Live. We want to hear your thoughts in terms of the statement that has been issued, the submission of Comrade Blessed GEZA today. What do you think about it? Vitalis, go ahead.
Hey man, how's it? How are you?
Very good, thank you, my friend. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He's a guy who's been in the country and probably in war for a long time, and he knows a lot of stuff about these guys, and it's something that is very transparent to the people of Zimbabwe, that the economy, the corruption, and everything that is happening in his own right, he is definitely sure that a lot has to stop. And he do agree with the Zimbabwean people at large, in the country and outside the country, that these guys, they need to know what's going on and what needs to happen for Zimbabweans to have a better.
Okay, the network seems to be problematic there. Okay, but we have Ndawana as well. Ndawana, go ahead as I bring up the others. Ndawana, are you able to speak?
Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. Go ahead, my friend.
Good evening, and how are you? Good evening, Chikanza, and how are you doing in the UK?
One more. Thank you very much.
Fine,
Yeah. Thank you yourself.
Very fine. Go ahead.
Unfortunately, I joined the speech from GEZA a little late. I just heard his outro when I was about to finish. However, what I also want to hear from Bombshell is what is their roadmap? Because the replica of 2017 is supposed to be one of the worrisome factor whereby the majority of the people were used as a launchpad to gain their own personal interest against the will of the people. So the roadmap should be very clear, because we don't want the same scenario to repeat on what we encountered in 2017, because the multitudes of millions of Zimbabweans supported the motive to remove the former dictator. So apparently, GEZA was talking about the Jugananda, those people whom he alleged to be corrupt. Exactly. So that is my point of contribution. Thank you very much.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, of course, Comrade GEZA, spoke about, a host of names, talking about people such as Minister Tino Machakaire, talking about Kudata Gure, giving names such as Wikno Chivayo, giving names such as Tatenda Mawetera, the Minister of ICT. He gave so many names, including Gubamatanga, at the Reserve Bank, and the former Reserve Bank governor himself, John Mangunka. We had, many names being popped up, and he said, we are now going for he say it is better if you can step down immediately. Things are not moving. The war veterans can do to these individuals. These people are criminals, identified as Garanders, and all that. What are your thoughts in terms of what is it that the war veterans can actually do between now and the rest of March, so to speak? So, as you make your contribution, think about it and let us know. Right. Thank you, Ndawana. Let me go to Chitova. Chitova, go ahead.
Thank you very much. We what Comrade Gaza is saying, apparently the stakeholders of the dispensation in terms of ZANU-PF and the government of the day is the army. So the transfer of power that occurred in 2017, it was the army which orchestrated everything. So as long as Comrade Gaza doesn't have the blessing of the army, then we'll have a problem. Because the army controls everything. Like what Mnangagwa said last time, he is everything. But if the army says Mnangagwa should go today, definitely he will go. Like what happened with Mugabe, it was the army that was keeping in place. And the same scenario is what we are having today. But unfortunately, we continue having this kind of if this becomes successful, this kind of change of power, which is, led by the army. We don't know if these people who want to come in have the same, understanding of what this Mnangagwa regime is doing. They were proper people, but they were not. But the basic is Mnangagwa must go, and he must go yesterday. Then other things can fall. Unfortunately, we may end up into a situation which is even worse. But what is happening economically and in terms of the patronage that is happening among the people that we have mentioned there, he has to go yesterday. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, again, the discussion continues. Blessed Gaza, the nation, just a few days, a much insurrection where he encouraged everybody to go onto the streets. What is your take? Because remember that President Idi Mnangagwa still has a mandate to run up until 2028. What do you think about the meaning of all the they were in Bari talking to people, and people were saying, you know what, President Mugabe was even better. And now here we are. And then, what do you think? Do you think this can change the fortunes of our country, Zimbabwe? Do you think this can benefit you? Do you think this can help those who are in the diaspora to think about going back to their country, Zimbabwe? Because probably that one standard of many thousands and millions of Zimbabweans scattered across the world going trooping back to their country. Is Zimbabwe ready to receive people? What do you think is the kind of political dispensation that is needed? So our speakers are continuing to make a contribution to this one. Thank you very much for joining Zimai and following Zimai. Thank you also for joining me, Hulu, at Pachiso Live, and for following me. It has just gone now. It is 25 minutes past 9 in Harare. Also at 25 minutes past 9 in the city of Bulawayo. Let me go to Vodka guy, please speak. Go ahead. The others who are requesting, I'll be bringing you up shortly. Vodka guy, are you there? Vodka guy, I can't seem to be. Okay, there we go. It seems like you can talk. Go ahead, my friend. Vodka? Okay. Let me see if Nemanko can speak. Botholani, can you please fix your network? Go out and come back again. Nemanko, go ahead.
Yes, thanks for the opportunity. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, my friend. Go ahead.
Okay. I just need to appreciate Geza's courage since the beginning of his time when he stood against the regime until they issued the warrant of arrest. But till today, he's still standing, and by time he's proving people that he is man of his words by speaking about his broadcast today. I think many people, they might have doubts because he didn't give concrete message of what is going to happen on the 31st. But what we need to know is this: we need to be very patient, especially with the man who's trying to do something whilst we are sitting doing nothing. So GEZA cannot expose every step which he's gonna take himself, and if he does that himself, even us as the mass, so his enemies are not supposed to know. I think he clarified nicely that we need everyone on the 31st. I think that's enough information which is needed to the public. And then if we need to know more things about what is going to happen, let us wait until that day comes. As for now, we need everyone to be on the street. So if there are people who are doubting or undermining because they were expecting him to tell us detail by detail, already his enemies, as we are speaking right now, they are here, they are listening, they are trying to see what are they gonna do. So I think he's told us enough. And then if I think there was a speaker who said that is this going to change our political situation? Because if we can recall back to 2017, Mugabe was forced out by the military. Now we are also experiencing the same situation. Right, our political system has been contaminated because the former president Robert Mugabe never taught how democracy should be conducted in our country. So already our democracy today has been contaminated, and the one who's in power right now is not doing enough to transform our economy. We cannot even give him a benefit of doubt. All he's thinking is about his ego. So anything that can come up which can change things, we can just support it. Maybe by any chance we can have a better Zimbabwe, because keeping a guy who's promising to stay in power beyond his term limit is more dangerous than what we are trying to achieve on the 31st. So I think let us not lose hope, let us not undermine GEZA. As far we are not doing anything better than GEZA, let us undermine him, let us rally behind him. Maybe out of it we can have a better Zimbabwe, because he also apologized about what they used to do as war veterans, brutalizing opposition members, and also delaying from changing Zimbabwe to a better country, which we all wish to have. So let us not lose our hope. Hope first is not far from us. So let us stand and then be on the streets to whosoever who is around Zimbabwe. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Nemoko. Botholani, welcome to the space. And for those who are requesting, guys, I'll be bringing you up shortly. We see you. We'll be bringing you up. We want to hear what you have to say. So, Botholani, here we are. I mean, Comrade Blessed GEZA has been promising that on the 31st of March, something is going to give in Zimbabwe. And people have been waiting with bated breath in terms of what other messages he's going to give. And here we are at 8:30 today, PM Zimbabwe time, he gave the statement. And in that statement, he said that he named a host of individuals' names and telling Zimbabweans that these are the criminals surrounding the president. These are the people causing, chaos in the country. These are the people making it difficult for hospitals and clinics to have medicines. These are the people making it difficult for farmers to get paid. These are the people making it difficult for our banking sector to work. And among other people, he mentioned the former Reserve Bank governor John Mangunja. He also mentioned Secretary Guamatanga as well. And many other people, a host of individuals, including Wicknell Shivayo and Tungorara, and all those other people that we have seen, these days. And what is the benefit of buying a bicycle for a 70-year-old war veteran that stays on top of the mountains? What is your take, from the statement of Comrade GEZA today? Bosalani, please go ahead.
Thank you so much, Hulu. Thank you, Simba. I hope everybody is doing well as well. Greetings to everybody. Today is what I call because I think about it, analysis with, oh, we're going to start with this group, and then we're going to go to this group, and then we're going to go to the political players, we're going to go to the fingers. He broke it down in a way that I feel Zimbabweans can understand. Do you understand what I mean? He didn't mix them. He put them in their groups. Anachivayo varikwana, anatagwire vari kugroup kwao, and they kept on being a recurring thing. A lot of them, he was attaching the type of relationship that they might have. I mean, it's alleged at this point. But he spoke about the minister of, ICT, the issue of something going on there. I won't go into details. I'm just mentioning what he said. And then he said, oh, I can't even speak about how a certain position was given. And then he mentioned others. Oh, this is a relative. Oh, this is a so-and-so. Oh, this is a what. He was giving a lot of details, which was quite interesting, where you can now kind of draw what you call it, the lines, and say, oh, Saka, this is why this person is allowed to do this. This is why this person is allowed to do that. Umanze, anakana grade 7. There was a lot of information, a lot of commentary that he was bringing forward. And I feel this is what citizens were waiting for, where they didn't know who this actual protest on the 31st is about and who is it dealing with. He's basically now made it apparent, and we've said it before, that this is a ZANU-PF infighting thing. But of course, those in opposition have said, we want to capitalize on this because whilst we see this happening, it also means that there's a type of weakening of the current ZANU-PF government or regime. And this is what others, citizens have said. We want to be a part of this because anything that weakens ZANU-PF is good for us. Of course, there are arguments that people can bring forward. But the other question that is still missing, because of course, Hulu, I've said this before, that I feel like people's emotions are being used in a political kind of fight between these two ZANU-PF factions. He talks about, oh, teachers are not being paid, or such and such is happening. And I still come back to the point of saying, but this Comrade GEZA was also part and parcel of the problems that Zimbabweans have been facing for decades, right? And then it's like, because he's like a wounded cat, he now comes and says, oh, because I'm wounded, I'm going to fight those who I thought we were together, but we're not. And I'm going to galvanize the citizens and use their pain, their suffering, so that we can maximize on the efforts of the 31st protest, right? I still feel that Kushandiswa, yes, he might have mentioned things, but a lot of the things he's mentioned, Hulu, for those who've discussed political things before, and the political scenario in Zimbabwe, have we never spoken about this thing? It's just something like fresh news for those who possibly have never been interested in Zimbabwean politics and have been living their lives wherever they are. But for those who've engaged in political discussions, we've highlighted these things. We've said that these players are so and so. So unless if you're going to tell tell me because Java Mkanwama, Comrade Geza, therefore it's got more weight. I can understand that. But a lot of the things he said are things that a lot of political analysts have said before. So what makes now the ample moment for him to be now revealing this? Is it to strengthen the protest on the 31st? Does he feel that there's a type of strengthening that is required? There's a type of weakening that is being done? Because whenever you tell whoever you're fighting against that on such a day, this is what we plan. Remember, you're also forewarning them, like you make them plan their things as well. So is that what's going on? I still have so many questions going on in my head. And one thing he's still not answering is when citizens, if they want to participate on the 31st of March for this protest, where is the security? He hasn't mentioned that. He hasn't told us how citizens will be protected. Do you understand what I mean? And I worry because right now we're seeing a situation where there are changes in the army already. I mean, one of the generals is now wanting to be put as a minister of sports and all that. There's a lot of stuff that I personally would still want to know, a lot of information. He needs to provide the security for citizens, and he hasn't. He called for the release of Blessed Mtlanga. Blessed Mtlanga is still incarcerated. I didn't see him answering why it is that he's still incarcerated when he said that Blessed Mtlanga should be released with immediate effect with his last recording. So where are we now? I still feel because he's failing on a lot of fronts to show us that he's actually got the power that he proposed to have, and that's quite worrying to me. I'm not going to get involved in something security, actually say, if you know what I mean. I'll end there for now. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, it is a developing story. Of course, Vice President Chiwenga himself, was it yesterday or the day before? Just go back to Zimbabwe so that he can also take note of the fact that Blessed Gaza, Comrade Blessed Gaza, also mentioned religious leaders. Among them is Branson as well as Hubert Angel as individuals who are working to corrupt the society and make the lives of Zimbabweans miserable. He mentioned that, and of course, it is also a talking point that we need to discuss around. So in terms of, there's so many other other details that are difficult to understand, but at the same time, why we are having this discussion, isn't it? All right, so let me move on to let me just check up on Simba first quickly. So host Simba, Comrade Blessed Gaza, he also mentioned that religious leaders are being used as well to hook wink, if you know what I mean, from Tino Machaka's words, to hook wink the population, the povo. What is your take when it comes to, just that part of religious leaders?
Well, thank you very much, Hula. I think there, I was expecting Comrade Geza to have gone deeper than Hubert Angel. I think as a war veteran, he needs to be holistic when he's dealing with the fake prophets. This country was captured at its foundations through the work of religious leaders who presented a fake Christianity that the continent already, Christianity was already there on the continent, but they used a fake Christianity to confuse the masses in the 1890s. And the presence of historic documents and the like, for instance, the letter by King Leopold to loot the wealth of Africa, all that, I think I would challenge Comrade Geza and all other war veterans to take advantage of the rich evidence that is there of how not just Zimbabwe but the continent of Africa was looted, and then go right down to how the current day politicians are using these or working hand in hand with these fake modern day fake prophets to loot the resources and confuse people. And and then touch on Hubert Anjo as a practical example, and when he does, for instance, mention the gold mafia, I think if the narration of allegations are all connected to the very foundations of the continent, of excuse me, of the country in this case, I think it would be a very strong message, a holistic addressing of the very serious challenge that the African soul has found themselves in. And I'm saying it with a deep heart, like a heavy heart, Hulu, because from my background or working on the gold mafia and other investigations, I have been propelled by this compulsion to try and rectify something that I may never be able to really rectify, or at least fully, except with the participation of all other black Africans, to restore the power and the might of the ancient pharaohs who built the pyramids, who created this powerful science, great science and civilization upon which the whole world's mathematics and science is based. And I think that really, I challenge Comrade Geza and all other war veterans to take advantage of these press conferences and the like, or these national statements, to do that, because it shouldn't be about removing Mnangagwa. No. Yes, Mnangagwa can be removed, but it should be about removing the Mnangagwa spirit, should be about removing this Mnangagwarism, should be about removing this slavery that was put upon this country by the Rhodesia Special Branch, and has been put also on so many other African communities from Cape to Cairo. And that has made the rest of Africa going down south poorer and less productive than other communities like the Arabs. Look at Qatar, look at UAE. Yeah, they didn't have too much of these infiltrations, and because of that, they're developing their economies, and it is all rooted in this fake Christianity, fake religion. And so I challenge, I think Hulu, I know I've talked too much. I challenge Comrade Geza. I challenge I think they need to go deeper, so that this thing is really holistic and people can relate and people can be free. They can be truly be free from this slavery that has been put upon the black people. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Zimai. And for those who are joining us again, thank you for joining Zimai. And also thank you for joining me, Hulu, at Pajiso Live. We are just deliberating on the breaking news, of course, unfolding situation in Zimbabwe. Of course, nobody knows what is going to happen. I mean, between now and this year, between now and next year, between now and 20. But then, as things develop in our country, it is important that we must share this news with everybody, because this is about our country. This is about our people. As yet another day and another hour we congregate to discuss these issues. For the host of other people who are requesting to speak, guys, I'm going to be bringing you up shortly. So those who, some of you, I'm going to be dropping you to the listeners, guys. When you find yourself already on the listeners, do not lose heart. Just know that I'm trying to bring others up, because there's so many people who want to talk.
Over 50 people, over 50 people in the queue.
Yes.
Oh my word.
Yeah. So we also have those who might want to speak again. When I drop you, you can remain there on the request, guys. We see you. We are going to bring you. Everybody is going to be given the opportunity to speak. Everybody that is on the request will be able to speak. So what is your take when it comes to this development? We are not one-sided. This should be a balanced discussion. So Comrade Cactus, welcome to the space. You have had Comrade Gaza speak. What is your take? You as HANU PF person, do you have anything to take home?
Thanks, Zulu. Are we serious, or to get my jokes so that we know how to relate? Yeah. Is it a serious issue? Yeah.
Your brother Tendai BT told me that it is a serious issue, so go ahead.
Oh, all right. You know what? I think Why Zimbabweans start desperate, especially in the opposition circles? Zvekuti kana bete chero can be magnified to become so naive zvekuti we forget. But it's zvekutaurwa izvi. Monzora anogara achitaura zvekutaura. But no one rallies naMonzora. And people would want to believe that we are kutaura chokwadi. In the opposition circles, all these things are being talked about. Saka zvaunoita kana uchinyenga musikana hudu. Unotoenda kune musikana womutaurira zvaari kuda kunzwa. Ndozvakangoitwa naGeza chete. And he understands kuti panotori neaudience ichamuteerera. Ichafamba naye chidaro. And he's actually taking advantage. Kutora advantage yezvirema kwaari kuita. Because ari kutoona kutoti vanhu ava vanotori desperate. Seeing what they want to hear. And he's doing that. So everyone Kumachinja is invited to his party. Miles behind to catch up. It's catching up. Use your own feet to catch up. Subcontract things to other people. As it is. Munosepedzerwa time nevanhu vachikutaurirai zvisina nebasa. Ezvezvi mangwana chai. SK ikasukwira akabuda achiti arikuda chakati nechakati. You run behind you. Because hamuna zvenyu zvekuti zviri organic zvekuti munoti muri kurhana zvenyu. ZANU-PF inokuudza kuti nhango tikakonana ini kana nemukadzi wangu pamba pangu totonetsana. But iwe munhu wokunze ukasina kupindira nyaya iyo tokupandukira tese tatu tokukanda pasepegeti. Ndosara ini nemukadzi wangu tichikoshana futi uchitotinzwa kuti tiri kunetsana uri kuseri kwejurawo. Muri kupindirirei nyaya dzisinei. This doesn't have anything to do with you at all. But moda makuhwa, moda kuvakira. Moda create manarratives, moda vanhu vanomhanya kwamuri vachikuudzai makuhwa. Because you thrive. Ukaenda kuchikoro bana, unotoona kuti wakaenda kuchikoro ukatozwa maarguments avo kuti wakaenda kuchikoro. But when it comes to politics, man, puta kuvata kuita zvituta. Inini mafizi akabata vanhu vabereki venyu chaiwo ndotoshaya kuti vakatotenga zvavo kana mbudzi dzingati dzakatowanda. Makagara kumushawo muchirima ndimo zviri nani.
The looting of government coffers has got everything to do with Zimbabweans. What are you on about?
No, mira sala ndiwe uchataura nguva yako chimbomira. Ini ndiri kumbotaura. Chimbonimira ndimbotaura.
60 seconds now, Comrade Curtis.
So at the end of the day, kana ime musinga understand what this is all about. I don't know. Munongosvika 2035. Boss, ZANU-PF, I'm telling you right now, this 2030 iri kutaura kwe. Kana yatoramba kuita the president vanenge vatoiramba. But if he wants it, he can get it. Boss, you have proven kuti hamuna capacity yekustopa anything. Because you believe in subcontracting your power to nonsensical people. It's very vulnerable. Thank you very much, Hulu.
All right, Comrade Cassius, of course, we need to give people an opportunity to respond to your words. And for those who are requesting again, I'm just reminding you that we are bringing you up as we go. Everybody is going to be given the opportunity to speak. And this is, of course, in my space with Simba as well as with me, Hulu at Pachiso Life. We are discussing your thoughts in terms of this statement issued out this evening by Comrade Blessed GEZA. What is your take? Comrade GEZA spoke also about the challenges of the health system in our country, the challenges of the roads. He spoke about corruption. He spoke about many issues, including even farmers. He spoke about the farmers. But what he detailed in terms of the 31st, because he started by saying, now they are going to go for these individuals, all these individuals, including Tungwarara, including Tino Machakaire and many others. But then he didn't explain exactly what they intend to do to them. But then, well, that is why we are here to discuss these issues. And then he also spoke about the 31st of March. But did he explain how people need to go around doing it? Or is he still going to issue some other statement? These are some of the issues. And remember, the Politburo of ZANU-PF did actually meet, as well as the Central Committee of ZANU-PF will be meeting as well. So what is your take in terms of this unfolding drama in our country? Please make your contribution. We want people to hear your thoughts because this is about our country. It is right. Let me move on with the speakers. Both Solana, see your hand is up. I'll be coming to you shortly. But Mzondiwa, you have joined us. Mzondiwa, how are you? Mzondiwa, are you able to speak? Let me see. That is Mzondiwa. Yes, Makanisa. Mr. Makanisa, are you able to speak? If you are not able to speak, Mr. Makanisa, I'm going to I know it all. I know it all. Please go ahead. I know it all. He's still struggling with his network. Guys, if you don't respond, I'm going to put you to the listeners and bring others because we have got many others requesting to speak. So you just need to press that button. If you don't know how to speak, there is a button on your left bottom which says mic is on or your mic will be off. You can just punch that button and you'll be able to speak. Musa, are you able to speak? Oh, there, Mzondiwa has just done that. Okay, Mzondiwa, you have done well by just pressing that button.
Yes. I just want to answer I think if we did listen to GEZA, he was just saying like the action starting now. He just repeat about the action starting now. Kune vari surrounded the president. So at least tikaona zvavachaita izvozvi kutanga nhasi, toona zvavachaita mangwana, toona zvavati kune ma-individual are surrounded president, then we tinogona kuzoona kuti how can we go also in the street. I think panozobuda zvavanozokwanisa kuzotaura about tibatsira kuita action yokuona kuti tombopa example akazova kuti weekno aitwa zvakati nezvakati nezvakati kuregedza kuva nehondo or something else, then todzwa futi mumwe tozwa kuti varume ava vari pa-action. Yes, of course,
Mzondiwa, sorry. What are you saying? Could we aitwa izvi itaura chokwadi uri kuti chive uri kuti weekend ilauraiwa here those are kutaura izvozvi then pobva pauraiwa umwe. Is it what you're suggesting? Uri kuti kutaura itasika kana kuti weekend ilaitwa izvi ndokuti chiko kabatwa kola here?
Because tichitarisa imuni takambotanga tadhila neava vese vatamesheni ava, titotarisai from now So that's what we wanted to do. Atishamirira musi 31st. Takumirira izvozvi maaction achadirwa nevanhu ava. We don't know is tonight or tomorrow, but tichanzwa. Ndo data ravataura kuti garai muinaro. Muchanzwa munde muchaona. So we just want to see before 31st kuti ava vachaboitwa vachadirwa navo ava. Vachadirwa navo turizii. Then at least ruzhinji ruchaona kuti no, this man is not joking, kana kuti ana nani nanani vakamutsigira vari kunobata varume ava vari surround criminals around president. So at least let us just see tomorrow after tomorrow vachaboitwa sei varume vari surround president. Then kana one wavo ambodirwa naye, then we can see kuti this is a joke. But if something happened to those boys, they are strong also. Those guys they mentioned, they are very, very strong. So kuti vangonzi vadzupurwa, it's not easy for them kudzupurwa nevanhu vamanga. So let us just see kuti vachaitwe nezvei. That's what I wanted to answer this guy about kutaura. Yeah, because Blessed Gaza himself, he said, we are now moving away from talking and we are moving towards action. I think that is what you're emphasizing. So you want to say what sort of action? Is going to be meted out to these, to a host of individuals whose names were given by Comrade Gaza. But that's the reason why we are discussing. We shall see what sort of action to be. Right. So, Dodima, mute your mic. Mute your mic. Whose mic is that? Okay. Colin, is it you? Colin? Let me see if it is Colin. Yeah, it is Colin's mic. It's making a terrible sound. So, Colin, I might have to take you down. I'm trying to mute you here. If your mic doesn't get started, then I might have to drop you to the listeners. Honorable MP Ziwa, please go ahead. Honorable Ziwa, are you able to speak? Just press the button, guys, if you're speaking for the very first time. Just press that button on the left, the bottom there. You will be able to talk. Okay. Honorable Ziwa is
Splendid. I also have Hulu. Sorry for interrupting. I also have someone connecting via video StreamYard, by the name Tendai, and they're the only person, Tendai K. Do you mind if we just help them to speak, to say something, because apparently they're isolated?
No problem.
Okay, thank you.
You want them to
Yeah, just say something. Yeah. Tendai K via our StreamYard broadcast. Do you want to say something? Shall we give you a minute?
Yes, can you hear me? Hello, Simba? Can you hear me? Simba, can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
This notion of being GEZA was supposed to say all things that he detailed. To me, I think it doesn't work. Because this is a national thing. And by all means, he was just supposed to give us the highlights of what's going to happen. All these things of people saying, no, you were supposed to say this, you were supposed to give us more details. Guys, we are dealing with something which has got a national interest at heart. All this whole story which the rest of them are saying, no, Tanga Zakati, how come he's just a person who is not able to do this? It's good to talk,
But the reality on the ground, all of us here, I see Makoma Sembe and Mr. Hulu have got a very big space here. You see, all of us, we were still standing and saying the same thing. 2018, 2023, and up to now, we were still doing the same thing. However, this whole notion of us pointing a finger to say, no, you were supposed to do like this, even if a dog is to come tomorrow and say something which is meaningful, I will support it. So come 31 March, I have got 100% support towards it. All these nitty-gritties, they will come into place as we go. Thank you, Mr. Hulu. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Wellington.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Let's move with the speakers. We want to hear what your thoughts are with that statement by Comrade GEZA. Musa, are you able to speak?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Musa, please go ahead. What are your thoughts? You have heard what Comrade GEZA had to say to Zimbabwe. What is it that you would want us to hear from you?
From the look of things, I think Mr. GEZA is on point as for now. Like, we've been longing for this, and we've been lacking such a thing, like having someone really strong enough to stand up and say, guys, let's go. And now that Mr. GEZA is there, I think as a nation, we just need to follow. So good thing, I don't think it's a big deal. As for now, we just need to be there. Because what we wanted at first was access to the streets, but we didn't have that. So with Mr. GEZA coming on and maybe offering us that access to the streets and let us go. Impose the leaders. This is just my two things. Kana vachizotimpose rama leaders from there, then maybe nobody knows Zoramba through my streets and then we continue protesting. This is what we need to do as a nation. So good as it is. The script that is repeating itself and stuff, I don't think it works in this case. Let us just be there, let us support him, and then maybe with time, tozoita maresolution, tozoita zvimwe zvese kumberi, but itambosapota zviripo izvi, because hapana mumwe akwanisa kuita stand up, hapana mumwe akwanisa kuita stand up instead of Mr. GEZA. So he is the man of the moment as for now. I'm there to support him.
Musa, what about the people who are asking the question to say Zimbabweans at this particular moment feel numb with this issue of pouring onto the streets? You remember the August 1 shootings that happened in Harare, which resulted in about 6 people losing their lives. Their lives. What is your take when it comes to, the fear of the military and things like that? So, do you think that people will still be able to go to the streets, even though there are challenges that people know? Just briefly, Musa.
Yeah, I think people will go. Like, given the situation that we are in as a nation is for now, people will surely go. And also people need to understand that freedom doesn't come on a silver platter. So if we manage and say, kune masoldier, kune mapurisa charowa and stuff, if wakaenda hondo dai wakaita the same thing, like if dai wakavashika zvekuti kune varungwa nemabazuka and stuff, otherwise nyika yacho ingada isina kusununguka at first. So I think that's my take on that.
All right, Musa. Musa, if you don't mind, my friend, you can drop yourself to you can request again, because we have got lots and lots of individuals that are requesting that want to speak. I want to bring them up. So for the others, if you want to drop, just keep yourself on the request. I will be bringing you up. So we have got over 20-something individuals to 30 individuals who want to speak, so we want to hear what they have to say. All right, let me just cross over to Bosolani briefly. Bosolani, you want to explain something, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you so much. I was just listening to a few of the contributions that have come through, and something came to mind that it's this everything it's more like a target. It was on the hit list. Because a lot of the names that were being mentioned, and then you had that gentleman coming through and saying, "Oh, we want to see what's going to happen to those people." It's quite worrying, actually, because it's kind of a threat of violence that that gentleman was talking about. And I don't know if that's the type of Zimbabweans that we are, who of doing such things. Of course, I understand whenever there's war, remember Comrade GEZA has been to war. He might have those type of inclinations, but are Zimbabweans the type of people who behave in such a manner? And also, in the names that he was mentioning, he also did not mention a lot of the ZANU-PF players who are also corrupt. He was quite selective, Hulu. There are a lot of names that were not on that list, if you know what I mean. A lot of people who've done certain things who should not be in any position of power, but I didn't hear Comrade GEZA mentioning those names. So is he really trying to cleanse ZANU-PF, or more like he knows that ZANU-PF is this monster and he just wants to put the players that agree with him into pivotal or important roles so that vanoramba vachitonga? I think these are things that we also need to think about. Thank you, Hulu.
Yeah, very true. In terms of giving balance to our discussion, we need to look at everything. Shelton, you just had that. What do you have to say?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Ulu. I think in the broader text of what Comrade GEZA said, it's so same as Zimbabweans. We have a lot of work to do. Tunofana mboita action as a people, as a nation, because kusiri kufande kupi apa. This is what I think most people should be thinking. Because in our entirety, group contribution to it's in a sense of selfishness where people are not involved directly in making the right decision for the country, where we know my problems, my problems are sanctions and all this stuff. My problems, they are deriving from ZANU-PF. ZANU-PF is our main problem. This is what we are supposed to be focusing on, other than looking at the individuals, when the system is supposed to be taking charge. This is millions of dollars like we are doing. Money laundering, and nothing is being done to these big guys network. And this system not to say my individuals are not agreeing. And if the system was okay, these people were supposed to be arrested, but they are not being arrested because they are connected. So what we need to be doing as Zimbabweans is making sure we have a perfect system that will allow us to go to the next whatever government that is going to come, or interim government that is going to be there. But we don't see that willingness amongst ourselves as Zimbabweans. We are supposed to be hands-on, because avasisiri selfless vakaitwa vakaenda kuhondo, and zvinhu zvinobata kuti nyika inoramba ichidzokera kumashure where we are supposed to go forward.
All right, thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, remember that for all these breaking news and developments taking place in Zimbabwe, you can always join Zimai and myself, Hulu, at Petisto Live. And we will be giving you information to do with the developments taking place in our country. So thank you for following us, and thank you for joining this this space. And the discussion continues. Let me go to I Know It All. Earlier, I called your name. You couldn't speak. Now, maybe you can. I Know It All. Are you able to speak now?
Yeah. I'm able to speak.
And also a reminder to those who are requesting, we are going to be bringing you up shortly. Go ahead. I Know It All.
Okay, thanks a lot for the opportunity.
What a title, though.
It's not still, we are all behind GEZA. Says what I before as long as I think we'll take advantage of the opposition and also to power is. I think to power is seven, but singaziwa chitinaro. It's the but pandira against, I don't know, mundiregere, but akawana ndugonongwa kufunga chi pakapinda chiwenga nzicheta nani. I think it's not going to question 13 years food again. So I think it's GEZA rufana kunyaso to that plan yakitore tikenda mu streets akastrike chichitika boza ndikunyepere paka boza ZANU-PF ya garitongo system. Team yakatomirira kuti itopindura totanga kutodyawo totanga kutoona kuti pachazouya ngati ana chiwenga for whatsoever. And so I don't think kuti as much as GEZA tiri behind, but ndikuona kunge ari kubvaisa mbijana pakuda kuisa chiwenga apa because handikunyeperei patinoona kuti itori system ripo ende chiwenga inini hangu personally I think kuti mudhara uyu haatone utsinye hwofuti humwe tori because ndiye chakandisha pakazoshuddwa vanhu pakazoti asaita sei. So kuti tite back up kuti wozoiswa chiwenga yodzokera futi ZANU-PF tinongoramba chingoisa simba. Saka pakandishiro back up apana kusaka kuya pachena kuti aiwa tirikupinda mastreet tichadaiso kana ticha transitional government tichadaiso todaiso otherwise togona kuitiswa futi tosirwa dzimwe 13 years mino makore mangani. So yeah, I think ndopangoni contribution yangu ipapo.
All right, thank you very much. I know it's all. You can go to the listeners so we can be able to bring others up as well. Let me see. Read it. Okay, Jagannath, let me start with you. Jagannath, how are you?
I'm good, Kamahulu. Thank you for the opportunity.
Please go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. This is a very crucial and most probably, I can say, historical time in the political scenario or political fraternity of our country. But I just want to hasten to say that is a bit of victims of a system that has nothing to do with what we want to fight for. I understand we have got problems as Zimbabweans. I understand we have sentiments that we want to put across to the leadership, and a lot of things have gone wrong. A lot of families are suffering. I can spend the whole day, the whole week, the whole year, the whole month, chronicling the problems that Zimbabweans are facing every day. But one important aspect that people are supposed to know, there's a thin line between activism and terrorism. In the system that we are fighting a ruthless system that owns everything from the prisons, the guns, the law, the courts, and everything. It's not as easy as just finding yourself in the street, trying to fight the system or chanting slogans in the hope that somebody is going to relinquish their position or their political post just because people have made a lot of noise. So people should be cognizant of that. I'm not trying to instill fear in Zimbabweans who by now I know they've gone through a lot and they are willing to sacrifice arm and limb in order to change the status quo. But it has to be done in a systematic way. It has to be done in a way that allows people an opportunity to choose the leadership that they have longed for. People to choose the leaders that they believe are able to deliver the agenda of the day, which answers the questions of the day. What are the burning questions? All to do with the issue of survival. That's what Zimbabweans are fighting for. So forget about sideshows. Forget about individuals who want to hijack the struggle that we have been fighting since 1980 when we got independence. Zimbabwe has never found peace. 1983, it was Gukurahundi. 1987, it was the Unity Accord. I don't even want to talk about the violence of all the elections that we've had since 2000 up to date. Let's sit down, craft something that is feasible, have a movement that is consensus. Let's have a position, let's have a common convergence, area of convergence in terms of ideology as Zimbabweans. Let's have correct leadership, let's have a direction and move with that. That will allow us to, unseat the system of ZANU-PF, because ZANU-PF is institutionalized. It belongs to Zimbabwe. It is in every organization. And as I speak right now, I know there are moles from the ruling party who have been sent to listen so they can gather intelligence and go and report back. I'm not saying you are invincible, but one day is one day. But all I want to say to the people is, if you have really thought about changing the status quo, we really need to do more than just getting excited just because one of the members of ZANU-PF has broken rank and they're trying to instill or to use people as pawns in their grand scheme of chess. So that's my contribution, and I'm willing to take questions.
All right, thank you very much, Jagannath. We want to bring new speakers so people can go to the listeners, those who have talked. I will be dropping some And when I drop you, you can still request again and we can hear you. We have a long list of people. We want to hear what they have to say. United AB, go ahead.
Hi, Uno.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I just wanted to comment on what's happening currently. I think these guys have already done so much. I mean, I think Mr. GEZA and the war veterans, there is a deal between them and the war veterans. What's happening right now, it might be similar to what happened in 2017. Because I think on the 31st of March, what is going to be just doing, to be just a march to the press to remove the president. But this, all these guys who were mentioned today have been dealt with. That's what happened in 2017. So I don't want to comment on what is going to happen after, but what is going to happen currently, I think a deal has already been struck between the army and the war veterans. It might seem like as if GEZA is the one who is leading in front and stuff, but I believe the army is behind Mr. GEZA. So they know what they are going to do, and they might start attacking the guys who have mentioned starting today. Like he's saying that action will begin today, and once these guys they run away, they will start going for the president on the 31st, like what they did, similar to what they did in 2017. I think that is what is going to happen right now. Thank you.
All right. So, Comrade GEZA also mentioned the fact that they are now in the afternoon of their life. And he said that they want to leave a country which is democratic. And they apologize to Zimbabweans for allowing the country to deteriorate to where it is at this particular moment. It is just a takeaway again from his speech. All right. So, United, you can go down to the listeners. Let me bring other guys also to speak. Felix, are you able to speak? Go ahead.
Yes, I'm able. Good afternoon, good evening. I'm not sure what time scales it is, but everyone's different in their own time scale. All I just want to say is, Kuti, I respect everyone on this call. I don't want to waste anyone's time here, but I just want to give my own point of view towards how I see things. It's just a difference of opinion. According to the demography, we have pretty much different people. We have the youth and we have Vanadi, basically. We're still in the youth anyway, but people who just want to, understand how better we can project Zimbabwe into a better space. But what you need to understand, from my own point of view, is Kuti, being someone who's a beneficiary of people who actually fought for the country, what I just feel is Kuti, it's people react differently to situations. People are making decisions based on PTSD. Some people are making decisions based on just being in the new generation, the modern day. So you tend to realize, Kuti, there'll always be differences. I cannot really contemplate, Kuti, why are decisions being brought forward in that sense, Kuti, Mukuru Seva Urana country in that sort of sense, but it's to protect the moral fiber in that respect. But sometimes people can grow impatient. It's not just about Zimbabwe, it's the global economy. It's Yabvunda, global economy Yabvunda, Sheka, things are going up and down, everything is unstable everywhere. So it's okay to have a different point of opinion in terms of uprising. We demand change, we demand replacement or switch up. But all I can say in this regard is, Guti, whether, is an opposition cycle that's having a discussion with, people, it doesn't rule out the fact that Zimbabwe is a problem, always have different opinions. Just to point out some crude facts, this is going to be a bit harsh, but who knows who's a puppet? Maybe GEZA's just doing his job to just, maintain the stir. I mean, you've all heard results from, Chamisa, for example. He's promised a lot, but how much has he delivered? So at the end of the day, even if the system, ZANU-PF itself has started over the 80s, stretching into the 90s, Like, what are you really considering in terms of infiltration? When you look at ZANU, just because, the global economy is deteriorating and every country is feeling it, doesn't mean ZANU has lost power. But all I can say to the people is it's okay to have faith. It's just like how Moses led the country, the Israelites from crossing the narrow seas, just helping people realize. But my question is, Guti, how do you relate with your culture? Like, how deep are you into it? It's not just about Twitter. It's about knowing Kuti kuna msika wanu, not just God. It's knowing Kuti Jesus is not actually white. It's knowing Kuti God is dead in our black complexion. But now being colonized or compromised by other parties from a Western point of view, we have lost our own identification. And this has caused us to act like the Xhosa and the Zulu. Like we're just against each other. We're trying to see okay, fine. How are things going to go? Of course, things are not easy. It's not an easy sell for a promised land. But there's nothing much to say at this point. All I'm just saying is I just want to give my own point of view in terms of how I see things and the reason why people are still stagnant to their political principles. With I'll do things this way because I know the PTSD I faced in freeing this country. Zvasiyana nekuti uri kuAsia kokuti kuri kubombwa because states kind of feels jealous they couldn't take over Middle East as compared to Britain. It was a competition where you just realize, maybe Britain did a great job. Cape to Cairo covered, most of Africa's colonies. But what has America done? Mamonzo history of America, Africa. It's very likely. So these are just some of the things I wanted to point out to the people where it's not always going to be easy, but, basically it's just a clash of religion. Is it African tradition? Is it Christianity? Yeah.
Prepare to land in 30 seconds, please.
Yeah, 30 seconds is actually a privilege, but what I'm just saying is, let's just take things with a pinch of salt. Politics is quite a different ballgame for me, to be fair. Like, to govern, millions of people who have struggled for over 40 years because Mugabe Bagabunzo now how far? It's like, me, I tried. Like, they don't want to let us in. They don't want to share. So, of course, you got to take care of your family, immediate family, but at the cost of people, we really know nothing about what politics is about. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much for those who are just joining us. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining me, Hulu at Pachiso Life, and we have liberating again on the statement issued by Comrade GEZA. Important again to emphasize the fact that Comrade GEZA gave a long list of individuals, and he said we are going to talk less. Action is going to start now. And what sort of action? We better to find out what sort of action that names such as Kudakwashi Kitaguri were mentioned, names such as Wikno Shivayo, ICT Minister Tatenda Moetera, Achagaire, a whole list of individuals, as Yambi, and many others. They were all saying that they are likely going to end up begging the president to step down because of the pressure that is going to be. What sort of action do you think the war veterans, can take, which can result in pressure being brought to bear on the president? So these are some of the things that we are discussing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are listening to fellow Zimbabweans and fellow Africans making their contribution. So, let's move with the speakers again. Let me go to Dabengwa. Dabengwa, welcome to the space. How are you? Or let me just start with Elon Mudiki, because his mic has been on ever since he came to the podium. So, Elon, are you able to speak?
Yeah, I'm able to speak. How are you,
Yeah,
everyone?
you've been keeping your mic on, and that is not right. You need to mute your mic. But anyway, now you are talking, so go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. As Zimbabweans, we have no choice. We have choice. The only way is to stop GEZA. Because quiet, they are very silent. Look at Nelson. It seems to trust that elections mean nothing. Elections are rigged. Elections are manipulated. They have no real result that benefits the majority. It's just a waste of resources. So this thing that is happening right now, we were looking forward to seeing them come from the oppositions that we voted for, the likes of Nelson Chamisa, Miti, and all those folks. But they are so silent, they are waiting for 2028, and we know that there is nothing that is going to come out of those elections. So, as Zimbabweans, we just want change. We are left with no option than to support GEZA. So, I was thinking, could there's folks who are GEZA, they must prepare some sort of like security for the majority, so that we know ZANU-PF very well. They are violent, and we've been seeing some signs of preparations of violence. We are seeing police everywhere with their water cannons for intimidation. So we want those people who are not GEZA, but people have some sort of security to defend the majority, so that we don't end up with losses of lives, innocent lives. There must be preparations for counter attacks. If in any case the state decides to be violent against the protesters, there must be some preparation on place to defend the majority, the protesters, against the ruthlessness of the state. That's my opinion. Because
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you, Elon. You can go on to the listeners. In the comment section, there are a number of people making comments there. Others are saying, I'll read Mushavi saying that GEZA is wasting our data, and Gondai is saying, stopping putting your hopes on this stupid GEZA. And he put an expletive there, and then the real McCoy says Mazita, that is that Saturday Mazita. I think it's saying that Saturday Mazita. Then from there we have got Umlozwi, Wabalozwi. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for hosting the nation. Let this host not end here. One must be up by the 31st of March. Then Coach King is saying, Mugengawe wa Pererwa. Then GEZA Pererwa. Then Onesimus Kufajne is saying, Tirikuda
for me personally, I really enjoy just listening to that list, especially for those who are silent, some whose names most of us might not even know, or some who are playing a pivotal role in this chiganandering, but they are so quiet and silent, you can't even think about them. And Kudata Gray is among
we hope to clear the list here of people who want to speak. It is a long list, but we are trying our best to bring them up. So let me see. Well, let's move to Bookkeeper. Bookkeeper, please go ahead.
Hello, what do you say?
Right, report.
I'm not okay, you know. Anyway, you know, as Zimbabweans, we never tasted chinonzi isusu. You know, from independence, that song inonzi nzira dzemasoja, these guys were instructed. So zvanga obvious kuti muhondo, I can kill, I can rape anyone, I can rob anyone. But the song says, ndo zvatakadzidziswa navamau kunzi zvinhu zvemuvengi musabata. Kana muchinge maenda kuvanhu kupovhoka, bhadharai zvakanaka. Ndo kuti povho inzwise chi zvakanaka musangano. But here's the thing now. Kune vakaenda kuhondo. Ndobva vauya vachitaura zvavakaona kuhondo. Vakanzwa zvaitaurwa kuhondo yayo. Ndo vazhinji vari kuzviti macomrades izvi. And if you see those guys, they were behaving like scarves. Hondo yavo yavakarwa ndeyekuti vari kutakura mascarf, mastika anenge ari pamotikari nechi. And those people are ungovernable because of the system yavakajoina iri kuti tolerate. You know, we are no longer Zimbabweans. We are now being ZANU-PF, Triple C. And if you see Triple C, yachona izvezvo yaita yajoina muZANU-PF mukudya mu politics of the stomach, so that tinongopushwa in time kunzi zvichaita. Yes, nauya GEZA iri paviri. He is a ZANU-PF person. It's a ZANU-PF infight, but Isusu as a nation, he is also addressing kuti Uri Ripa boat. It's not only affecting the opposition, it's also affecting everyone in the boat. What's boat rakatonyura muZimbabwe? If you look at things now, open them shop up once 20 countries ZANU-PF. Kana une countries ZANU-PF chingwa chakuta 20 cents. Kana usina countries ZANU-PF chingwa chobva chadzukira pa dollar. We are all suffering. And if you want to see what is ZANU-PF yakazara madofu, pages evanhu varipo. Anyway, I'm not good. Vanenge vachingochikidzira
yakazara vanhu vakangwara kana zava madofu. Remember, we are the hosts here, so we need to make sure that we give balance to the discussion. What are you suggesting?
Okay,
make it clear to us. What do you mean?
Right, ndati nini Triple C. If you look at those guys that in parliament, if you look at those guys that are okay, let me say a name, Jacob Mafumi. You won't say anything about opposition chamungaone because he is supporting zirikutoitika zvacho. So let's not say so we're not opposition. We are citizens. We are Zimbabweans. Then pane chimwe chifaction chinozviti opposition. If you look at vanhu vakaita sana Tabangu, you can say that because opposition, so that he can study vanhu varimo,
then he can harvest seats from opposition, giving them to ZANU-PF. So in Angu, I'm sorry to say this, I used to believe in a person, Chamisa, but pakabva kuMDC takatera tichifunza kuti ani a plan, but Chamisa doesn't have a plan. So Chamisa, he labels himself as the opposition. I don't label myself as the ruling party or as an opposition, but as a citizen of Zimbabwe. We are living as we ZANU. Because ZANU, we are not going to eat anything. So look at the things like now in that market square, you will see Pakazama Marara. Either ZANU-PF, either VTCC or oh, but Tarasa Mamoros we are living as parties or partisan people and not as Zimbabweans. Ukaenda ku Dubai, whether party uno supporter kana munhu uno supporter haubvumirwi kurasa marara chisingabvumirwa achibvumirwa no matter party uno supporter no matter munhu uno supporter. So
all right. So all right, you can prepare to land in 30 seconds.
Okay, so what I'm just saying is GEZA zvaunza ngati zvisapoti. We are here to change the system, not the president. The system iripo iri corrupt, iri kuentertaina vanhu vari corrupt. Ndo yati kuti so ngaichipera iyoyo tiitewo zvinhu zviri democratic. I think from there I will rest. Thank you guys.
Sorry Hulu, the gentleman said kuti kuzanu kune matofo saka kana uchino support GEZA uri tofo futika.
No, I'm saying hear this. Andi muri kuona yese iri kunzi chakati for ED. Chakati for ED. There's a guy who lectured me Panandi College. He said, you see this guy, this no longer ZANU-PF, Yama Ziva, Akomocha, everyone. This now is for ED. So whoever Aruda Kujira, ano supporter for ED, so that ED will protect them. Even Arichi Gananda, Akamoti for ED. That's why that Madofo, because they do it publicly and they are
where's the Ariguda Gucci? I don't go to for ED.
There's a guy who came, I think today, Agatians and Mira Mavenda, and he went. I didn't end up State House. Kuna advocate for my vendors for ED. You see, so
Nazomona Buddha Panza, Agudan's teacher block up vendor where Upinam Street.
Now you see, because Arguti for ED.
But vakambonzi nurses for ED wati manesa akubhadharwa zvakakwana.
Ndozvo handina GEZA takanga takaputirwa but ikozvo takuta sei takusvino takuona no money. This is wrong. And
all right, beekeeper. All right, beekeeper. Sorry. Thank you very much for that. Let me just move with the speakers. We are also now joined by Tatali. And Tatali, welcome to the space. How are you?
Okay, how are you, Zulu?
Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, just representing some of the youths out there as an angry youth. Ijana kufungira ndechekuti Mr. GEZA kana uri kuteerera message yangu kwavari ndeyekuti iyondo iri kutanga. Ngavangu kwanisa ngoti 31 wana vaiva maofisi vakara hondo vane ma303 raifa vachingita mudzimbo. 31 on are interested ngavangoti paisusu vafana vasina kudzidza futi idzo zvema303 vatomada because iyo tori hondo.
Yeah, totally. Unfortunately, this is a public space. We don't allow you to speak like that on a public space. Remember, we are speaking to the public. We don't promote violence in any form or format. Right. So, totally. Unfortunately, I want to apologize to our listeners for such kind of language. This is a public space. We promote peace and harmony among our people, and violence
cannot be spoken on a public platform. So totally go ahead, avoid that. Do not talk about the use of guns and violence. Go ahead.
Okay, so sorry for that. As an angry youth, I said to you, I'm very, very angry, and please forgive me for that.
All right, thank you very much, Totali. We move to Shining. Shining, welcome to the space. Please go ahead.
Give me some time. I'll come late.
All right, no problem, Booty. Then we go to Alicia, Ashlisa, or Ashlisa. Ashlisa, are you able to speak? Ash, are you able to speak? Unfortunately not, so we're gonna drop Ash. Then we go to Brighton. And I'll be putting on the speak on the listeners so that we can just think to speak. So Brighton, are you able to speak? Just press that button and you'll be able to speak. Brighton is not able to speak. Tabengo, are you there?
You might need to remind them about pressing the right button.
Yeah. I'm trying, and because some people will be speaking for the very first time, so they don't know how to press the button. So there is a button on the left, guys. There on your phone, if you press that one, you are able to talk. So let's see. Who is? There you have done it now. Ashley, sir, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Ulu, for giving me opportunity to come and contribute my 2 cents here. What I wanted to comment about is there's a guy who was here. I think he is gone now. His name was Kate or something. He was saying, Zimbabweans, we are too desperate. We must not support this GEZA movement. But I think we've reached a stage where we've got no choice as Zimbabweans. Because we have put our hopes on opposition, but they couldn't do anything. And at this point, we all know that as Zimbabweans, we've got no chance against the ruling party, which is NPF. The only opportunity we have right now to change the trajectory of the thing that is happening in Zimbabwe right now is to support what is GEZA doing. One thing that I think people are not seeing is what GEZA doing is like his press today was. He didn't want to say much about what is going to, his strategy is what is going to happen. Because all those guys, Mnanga was guys, they were listening, they were here. Even right now in the comment section that those ZANU-PF guys, Canada, that they're taking informations. So what GEZA was doing was just keep them guessing, keep them at bay. Or you can't, because like this is a war. What is happening now? You don't need to give your opponent.
But Ash, if I may ask you, okay, I get you, but then when he gave that long list of individuals,
yes.
What do you think that the war veterans are capable of doing? Because they said we are going to be dealing with these individuals first before they deal with the president. What is the meaning of that?
Yes, history was tendency of repeating itself. Of what we are seeing right now is we are going to repeat what happened in 2017. If you still remember, they say we are going to deal with the criminals around the president. So they started by dealing with those guys. That's what is going to happen. Mr. GEZA knows how to deal with those guys. So I don't think it was right for him to disclose to us how that they're going to do with those guys. But just give us the signal that they are going to deal with those guys. So there's no point of us of him disclose how he's going to deal with them. So let's just wait and see how are they going to arrest them one by one. They know those guys. To tell the truth is GEZA is not stupid, and GEZA cannot fight against the ZANU-PF without support of some of the guys who are in big position, like the army generals or whatsoever. Those guys, I believe they've made a pact that let's do this. GEZA is just someone who is just running the show, but there's a lot of guys behind GEZA. That's what I think.
All right, thank you very much. Let me just go back to the host, just to engage the host. So Simba, when it comes to the issues of, that long was provided by Comrade Gaza, do you think that it was possible for Comrade Gaza to give a complete list? Because there's some speakers that were saying that we know a lot of other Ugandans who were never mentioned on that list. But is it practically possible within the time frame that he could have mentioned? Everyone. What is your take on that? Yes, there are some speakers who felt like the list was supposed to be exhaustive, but was that necessary for him to say? Do you think it? Don't you think that perhaps it was by design that he didn't mention that? I mean, let us be honest. Command has said some very unsavory things, in the past. Remember, he's the one who mentioned that ZANU-PF is going to be in power forever. You remember? Even his elevation to the position of commander of the Zimbabwe National Army was very questionable, and he has become the shortest-serving commander. So I'm not very sure whether Commander Sanyatwe himself is clothed in angelic garments, or maybe that is the reason why he, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much, Simba, for that. So let's we continue with the speakers to hear their thoughts on the statement by Comrade Gaza. I see your hand, Bosolane. I'll be coming to you shortly, but let me just run through a few speakers here. Is it Johannes? Johannes, welcome to the space. Go ahead. Johannes, are you able to speak? Guns, logistics. You for those who are speaking for the very first time on the space, guys, there is that button there on the left bottom of your phone. You can just press that. You become a speaker. You're able to speak if you are speaking for the very first time. Guns, logistics, are you there? Right. If you don't respond, guys, I'm going to be dropping you to the listeners so that I can be able to bring others. And Zimai, I think we can also round up the speakers now, and we will then be able to look, to the developments as they happen, and we will still continue to open the spaces where we will be able to discuss new developments. This unfolding drama in Zimbabwe. So, Zima, is that okay? Zima, okay? Zima is now multitasking. All right. Yes, I can hear you. I was just saying that we are going to round up the speakers now, and we will, of course, yes. Yes. Yeah. I get you, yeah. I get you, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's fine. So Johannes is not able to speak. Guns Logistics is not able to speak. We subtract those individuals now. We remove them from the speakers. So they go to the listeners, and then we have Shining. Shining, are you ready now? Shining, are you ready? Shining is still at work. So, Boss Salani, we are going to have Taxi Driver, then we have you. Taxi Driver, welcome, homeboy. You have heard from Comrade GEZA. What is your take at this particular moment? And make it a bit short because, like you heard from the host, we are going to shut it down. Thank you.
You know, I'm always short, homeboy. Yeah. Very short and precise, nice and precise points that I want people to take away here. Is that I'll go back to the model. Who is saying what to who, to what end? Very important model when you're communicating. Comrade GEZA is not communicating to the citizens. He's negotiating on a negotiating table. He's negotiating for himself. He highlights a few issues that he's disgruntled about. However, he can't do anything because things are not, he's not in the decision-making space. But more importantly, I know people get excitable, that when someone is saying something, we try and find and locate ourselves in their message and say, he's speaking to me. He's not speaking to the generality of Zimbabwe. He's very specific in his messaging. It's not about you or me. It's about, these are comrades negotiating. They're trying to negotiate their way, Hulu. They know what they want. They outline it. They are not outlining anything that people are trying to hardwire, although loosely, with my software. You're trying to hardwire with the software. It doesn't work. This is a gentleman who is disgruntled with a few of his individuals negotiating. They're on a negotiating table. So that gives you the who is Comrade GEZA. The what is what is negotiating to who. He's seeking audience internally within ZANU-PF, not the audience elsewhere. You have to, because it's very important, Olo. Who is he seeking audience from? He's not seeking audience from Taxi, not from Hulu. He is speaking to his comrades. What does he want? He's very clear. He was very clear from the onset. To what end? He describes it and say, can you get rid of this, that, and the other? Let's work here together. So, my point, as I land, Hulu, we try and Bluetooth ourselves to issues that have nothing to do with us whatsoever. The message is not for us. So that's my landing point. It's irrelevant to hardwire myself into issues that are internal, that are comradely for those who are communicating, nothing to do with the generality. I end there, Hulu. Thank you.
All right. I know it all. What do you say about that before I go to Bosolani? I know it all. Just a quick one, 60 seconds. I know it all. He's not able to speak now. So, Bosolani, go ahead.
Someone like Taxi Driver should never be allowed to be the last person to speak on a space.
He said who, then we say it's Bosolani. To what end is Bosolani speaking? To Zim I. And what is the message? The message is complaining about Taxi Driver. And does that interest us?
Is it for the generality? Is it for the generality? Oh my Lord! Taxi, where do they get people like you? Oh my Lord!
We get taught in schools of thinking, and we just don't take things for what they are.
You know, Taxi. He comes here and is basically doing what Cactus did earlier, Hulu, if you notice. They're saying, oh, you guys, you're just following. It's not for you. It's not for what? This is the kind of talk they'll give you because they don't want you to be supporting it. Honestly, when I hear the people like these, who you can see are pro, President Idi Mnangagwa's team, and this and that, you can tell that they're coming here to speak from their point of view because it affects them. But they cannot say that the message is not for Zimbabweans. Of course, we've identified that this is a ZANU-PF fighting thing, but and we've also spoken about how it can the interest that those who have supported opposition players in the past, how they want to come in because they see it as a way of weakening ZANU-PF and so forth. It's up to them. People have a choice to either partake or to not partake, Taxi Driver. And people keep saying this thing like Cactus and Taxi. They keep on repeating that, oh, it does not concern you. That's utter nonsense. We're talking about the money players here who, and this is a thing, Hulu, Mari Inotonga, money rules. Look at what Elon Musk did in America. Right now, it's looking like Elon Musk and Tonga America, Utofura Trump. That's what money can give you, power. So let's not act like there's no some sort of money, big players here. You can say those who've been mentioned and so forth, who are actually keeping things, the status quo, keeping things the way they are. And things have to change. It doesn't, panikume kubaga. Hulu, where you may have in countries there are people, there are thieves all over, but my healthcare system function. You see the roads, they're not pothole infested. But isusu tinemba vadzakapusa, yeah. That make it so obvious for you to know that nothing is working. Money is just being looted. Nothing is working. You can't even have a part where you say, oh, at least this is really none. And then the people like Taxi Driver and Cactus and his other friends who always come here and say, oh, but the road to wherever has been done. In how many decades? How long does it take to fix a road? Like, how many decades, Mangan? Because at this rate, it's going to take us a century before we have roads that work. Do you understand what I mean? A century before our healthcare system functions. So when someone like GEZA is talking about the plight of Zimbabweans, yes, of course, he'll be saying it, and then I ask, but he were part and parcel, but fair enough, he asked for forgiveness. Okay, fine. Now he's talking about it and he's saying, oh, because of this and because of that. He's a what you call it, a comrade. So he knows for that you can touch people's hearts with words. Talk to them about the things that they're concerned with. That's politics. Anyone can do it. Politicians do it all the time. They tell you about their free education. When then you vote them in, is there free education? No, there isn't. So let's not act like what Comrade GEZA is doing, where he appeals to the citizens, is something that other politicians have never done. You do it every single day, making false promises just so that you can get support, just so that you can be voted in, and then at the end of it, Apanacham not deliver. Now, am I saying, Kuti, this is what is going to happen in Comrade GEZA's case? I don't know. I can't see the future. But Zimbabweans have to enter things informed. Don't just go there with your emotions. Think about the things. Think about the game that is being played. Do you know the rules? Do you know who's going to, if this works, who's going to lead? Are you okay with the person who's going to lead? Or are we going to come back here a decade later and then be doing another coup which wasn't a coup? I don't know. But Zimbabweans, we've had a long history of people who wanted to lead, people who promised you that change was coming, but change never came. So what is it that we're doing wrong? What is it that we need to change? Because we cannot keep on repeating the same thing over and over again. That is what ends up being called the beginning of chi, over and over again. You know that saying. We are not insane. We're not Activism who've got a problem of insanity. But we need to start waking up. We need to start doing Junem Soro. And then, of course, in my last submission, I'll say this. It's quite interesting how certain opposition people, leaders, who were mentioned by GEZA in his previous recording, I saw something to do na, what's his name, Nelson Mandela. Job Sekala, where they were saying that they are distancing themselves from the protest. I don't know whether that's factual or not. And I also saw something from Nelson Chamisa saying that he was also not involved in that. So yeah, could there be a bit of clarity there?
The Job one was fake.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I just wanted to confirm. But the Nelson Chamisa one, he wrote that, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Thank you so much. It is what it is. But 31st, nini yangu ndaenda katarisa pa TV. Many thanks.
No problem. All right. Noel, are you there? Is it Noel? Chimruze. Are you there? No way. Okay, Shiny, are you back? All right, Taku. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we would want to thank you for joining us.
I have my hand up.
Kana zvito titipedze no. No, no.
Okay, takes the 60 seconds.
Thank you very much.
Akaita 60 ndikubva ndauyawo 60 yangu.
It's fine. It's okay. People will judge which one is the quality presentation. Anyway, but Hulu, remember, and everyone else listening, who is saying what to who, to what end? That's very important in life when you listen to people speak. I'm saying this to you, right? The taxi driver is saying, this message is not for you. I'm saying it to the listeners and other speakers here. To what end? Right? So that you don't get woodwinked into things that don't involve you. We have a case study where you citizens, or some of you, who even ignored Joao saying to you, you forget, you have a short memory, and then you forget, you join in again. So remember, who is saying what to who, to what end? Taxi driver, I said it to give you a bit of advice. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, taxi driver, fellow Zimbabweans, fellow Africans and people of the world, those who have joined Zimai and joined me, Hulu at Pachiso Life, would want to thank you, and we continue to pray for our country, of course, Zimbabwe, hoping that our country can be better. And we will continue also to be sharing information with you, coming up with breaking news and making sure that you are aware of the unfolding situation in our own country, Zimbabwe. So thank you for following Zimai. Thank you for following me as well. Makare is coming up. I wonder, so late like this, I wonder what Makare has to say, but it seems like the connection is poor, so it's just rolling there. So Simba, over to you. Thank you. Simba?
Wakati 2 more, as long as the siringa included taxi driver, please. Atanzwa. Tabo.
Okay. We have cleared everybody now, Simba. Yes.
Simba, Saka, Ana, you bet Angel, Aningo Achina Mataka for the next couple of days. Fasting, Jay. He mentioned the issue of them going to the universities in Kudwachi, Uganda. You know, you heard that.
Yes, I saw that. Yes, I saw that.
My piano beat kicks in. Here's a bass, here's a drum, here's a whistle in the background. Hand over irikupi, commander achirimu office. Lawyer katioka, vanu vopisa masoja varamba silence. Presida wataza, chigaro chotinira. Zimbabwe yakamuka, haichada jivuta jemukira. Where's the handover? The commander's still in office. The law is broken, the people are fired up, the soldiers won't stay silent. The president has failed, his city shaking. Zimbabwe has awakened, no more crumbs from traders. President Ari Kudzinga Masoja Hana Kupinda ma steps. Section 26 Defense Act, he broke all the precepts. Sanyatwe Hana retired, parliament haina paper. Communista say asipo yet mu uniform akabata razor. Vanu wava busy kuplana March 31 showdown. mapepa estate anonyepa asi constitution yaonwa generals vachiti no sovereignty yotiorwa wakatora oath saka ngoma dzotanga kuridzwa Zim constitution inorira loud Vangira yakati rule of law no crown Takuireipa fast shasha kutamba game But the streets thought we tired of the same Yeah, GEZA, zim I GEZA, zim I Hand over iri kupi Commander achiri mu office Lawyer katioka vanu vopisa masoja varamba silence Presida watadza chigaro chotinira Zimbabwe yakamuka haichada zviota zvemukira Where's the handover? Kuna parliament notification iriti commander hasitoi habis when it tweet kana sticky ona vanu vomuka sovereignty is not a gimmick tora bag rako ED this moment is historic kesi durja munu wese kuna parliament notification iriti commander hasitoi habis when it tweet kana sticky ona vanu vomuka sovereignty is not a gimmick tora bag rako ED this moment is historic yewesa je koma charity kuna parliament notification iripi commander hasitoi habis when a tweet kana sticky ona vanu vomuka sovereignty is not a gimmick tora bag rako ED this moment is historic GEZA zim I GEZA zim I
My piano beat kicks in. GEZA bass, GEZA drum, GEZA whistle in the background. Hand over iri kupi commander achiri mu office. Lawyer kachoka, vanu vopisa masoja varamba silence. Presida watadza, chigaro chotinhira. Zimbabwe yakamuka, haichada zviuta zvemukira. Where's the handover? The commander's still in office. The law is broken, the people are fired up. The soldiers won't stay silent. The president has failed. His seat is shaking. Zimbabwe has awakened. No more crumbs from traitors. President ari kudzinga masoja, hana kupinda ma steps. Section 22 and Sex Defense Act, he broke all the precepts. Sanyatwe hana retired, parliament haina paper. Communist say asipo yet mu uniform akabata reza. Vanu vava busy kuplana march 31 showdown. Mapepa is state anonyepa, asi constitution yo onwa. Generals vachiti no, sovereignty yo jorwa. Wakatora oath, saka ngoma dzotanga kuridzwa. Zim constitution inorira loud. Vangira yakati rule of law or no crown. Takwira ipa fast, shashaje kutamba game. But the streets dirty, we are tired of the same. GEZA, zim I. GEZA, zim I. Hand over iri kupi commander achiri mu office. Lawyer katioka, vanu vopisa masoja varamba silence. Presida watadza, chigaro chotinhira. Zimbabwe yakamuka, haichada zviuta zvemukira. Where's the handover? Where's the handover? Notification iripi. Commander hasitoi, havishwe ne tweet kana sticky. Ona vanu vomuka, sovereignty is not a gimmick. Tora bag rako, AD this moment is historic. Jare stomach. handover. The commander's still in office. The law is broken, the people are fired up. The soldiers won't stay silent. The president has failed. His seat is shaking. Zimbabwe has awakened. No more crumbs from traitors. President Ari Kudzinga, masoja. Hana kupinda my steps. Section 2 and 6 Defense Act, he broke all the precepts. Sanyatwe Hana retired. Parliament ina paper. Communista say asipo yet mu uniform akabata razor. Vanu baba busy kuplana March 31 showdown. My paper is tight and onyepa. Asi constitution yawongwa. Generals vachitino. Sovereignty otyorwa. Wakatora hot. Saka ngoma dzotanga kuridzwa. Munu wese kuna apartment notification EP.
I'm a piano beat kicks in.
Nangag was granted his violent wife a degree in hospitality. The same violent wife who beats up employees in the workplace. She's worse than Grace, yet they copy everything. granted his violent Musatambane simbala vanu Swakafanana ne masaisa ekungwa Hakuna kosi no kwanisa kumisa Masaisa ekutiane kwa nora Hakuna saka tatoswika Pama strategic partners sedu Ayewa Tiritesezwa kasimba Ndiri kutaura kuti ndiri right Ndakangomirira sina Sekutaura kwa ndakaita Do not play with the power of the people It is like the ocean currents There is no cause that can stop the currents from flowing where they want none So we have arrived, our strategic partners Indeed we are tightly united with them I am saying that I am alright I am just waiting for the signal As I have said before GEZA, 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 when GEZA, GEZA, winner. GEZA, GEZA, winner. Not play with the power of the people. It is like the ocean currents. There is no course that can stop the currents from flowing where they want none. So we have arrived. Strategic partners, indeed we are tightly united with them, I am saying that I am alright, I am just waiting for the signal, as I have said before. GEZA, 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 winner, winner, GEZA, 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 winner, winner, GEZA, winner, winner. GEZA, 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 winner, GEZA, GEZA, Musatambane simbala vanu Swakafanana ne masaisa ekungwa Hakuna kosi no kwanisa kumisa Masaisa ekutiane kwa nora Hakuna saka tatoswika Pama strategic partners sedu Ayewa Tiritesezwa kasimba Ndiri kutaura kuti ndiri right Ndakangomirira sina Sekutaura kwa ndakaita Do not play with the power of the people It is like the ocean currents There is no cause that can stop the currents from flowing where they want none So we have arrived, our strategic partners Indeed we are tightly united as I have said before.
GEZA, 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 when
GEZA, GEZA, when
not play with the power of the people. It is like the ocean currents. There is no course that can stop the currents from flowing where they want none. So we have arrived, our strategic partners. Indeed, we are tightly united. Zekuzibata nadzo terera imitemo yose nenzira dzakanaka dzakanaka yaya tererai nenzira dzakanaka dzakanaka yaya tererai nenzira dzakanaka kunenzira nzira dzakanaka dzakanaka ya soja rega 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 kutevera mitemo yose ngoma iri kurira ngoma iri kurira murenga GEZA GEZA zim ai ai tisava tinotora no no zvino zvemasiyedu tozerai zvino zvose zvatorwa kumuvengi taurai zvinetsika kuruzhinji rwevanhu masinzisise zvakananga musangano kunenzira nzira dzakanaka dzakanaka ya soja rega 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 kutevera mitemo yose ngoma iri kurira ngoma iri kurira muvenga badarai zvamunotenga nenzira dzakanaka mudzosere zvinhu zvose zvamunenge matora tisaita zvopombwe muhondo wechimurenga tisanedze vasungwa patinenge tabata utombumbu ya murenga vibes Steve Mutamba wemurenga revolution amapiano aya ndiwo mashoko akataurwa kare navamao vachidzidzisa vachidzidzisa GEZA GEZA zip ai ngoma iri kurira yaya murenga vibes ngoma iri kurira respectable kunenzira dzemasoja dzekuzvibata nadzo tererai mitemo yose nenzira dzakanaka tisava tinotora zvinhu zvemasiyodu dzoserai zvinhu zvose zvatorwa kumuvengi mataraizva munotenga nenzira dzakaka muzosere zvinhu zvose zvamunenge matora tisaita zveupombwe muhondo yechimurenga tisanetse vasungwa vatinenge tabata aya ndiwo mashoko akataurwa kare naivo vamao vachitidzidzisa geza geza zimai aya ndiwo mashoko akataurwa kare naivo vamao vachitidzidzisa aya ndiwo mashoko akataurwa kare naivo vamao vachitidzidzisa
asi pamwe mhuri yezimbabwe tadzoka nyaya yedu yaseti 1 iri kuenderera mberi but nyaya yatotanga izvezvi tiri kuona kuti kune vanhu vashomanana vakapoteredza Emerson vari kuudza matambudziko ose amunosangana nawo muday to day life yenyu, vanoita kuti mushayiwe mishonga mumahospital, vanoita kuti macivil servants navamwe vashandi musapuwa pay dzakakwana, vanoita kuti mafarmers asabhadharwa zvakanaka. Ndingangoti vanhu vari kukonzeresa madambudziko ese ndivo vanomasika. Saka tava kutanga kudhilana vanhu ivava. Ndava kutokupai mazita avo vanhu ivava. Tinotanga nakuda kwashe Regiment Tagwirei, ndo number 1 chidananda ichi chotoda kutoita president ichochi chinotamba achiti zeve mushe achifurana nawo kuSyria kuti kana iye akasapinda panopinda kuSyria. Ndiye munhu ari kupiwa mamaini ose right ehurumende, ndiye munhu ari kupiwa makambani ese ehurumende. Ndakapotaura last time ndikapa maexample ana ZB, ana CBZ, ana Fidelity, makambani akati one day right. Tobva pana iyeye tinoenda pana anonzi Wicknell Chivayo. Wicknell haana kana bepa kuratidza kuti ane kambani kana kuti maofisi kuti anoparetera papi, but akutozviti se Wicknell Chivayo nemari yokungopiwa yenyu, achingopiwa naED. Anopiwa matenda acho haasapply, but mari anenge abhadharwa in advance. Wobvunza ED kuti ko mari inongoti Wicknell anongotengera vanhu mota anewana kupi? ED anotaura kuti ane mari yake ina handizi kuti, but nyaya yeGwanda project is not a secret right. Yakangofa yakaloda achiprojectwa naED. tinapedzai Scott sakupwanya rimwe tsotsi rinopuwa mukana wokuexporta gold rayo risikabhadhari tax kana kuti mutero kuhurumende but richibhadharisa vamwe vose maplayers 7% yegold ravo ravanenge vachida kuexporta. Mari vanenge vazogovana naED. Tina George Guamatanga nicknamed 10%. Padhiri rose remuhurumende kuti ribudirire kuti riite go through. Guamatanga anopiwa 10% yedhiri iroro. Iye manje atenga maproperties all over the world. Vana South Africa, vana UK, vana States, vana Canada. Iri mari yenyu yaanenge achishandisa imi muchishaiwa mushonga. Tino umwe anozviti mbinda munin'ina waED anonzi Julius Charumbira Mapingure Shumba panzvimbo ari paNewlands, right? Ari kuitawo mashure ake wawawa ndivo vanhu vese vanenge vachidi vachisimbisa ED wawawa vachibatsira kubora upfumi hwavana veZimbabwe. Tina John Panonetsa Mangunza, former Reserve Bank governor. Mupana wangu wandinyadzisa zvikuru. Mupana iye nachimutsvaga kuti ndimupe advice. Haadairi kana mafoni but achasangana nazvo. Tina Mutuli Nguve, Minister of Finance. Ari kuitawo mashura ariko kufinance ikoko. Tina Obey Chimuka. Obey Chimuka ipartner yakuda Tagwirei. Vari kungoba upfumi zvakafanana. Tine tsotsi iri rozi Temta Paul Tungwarara. Uyu ndinomuvenga zvekumuvenga zviya zvekuti ari kufamba achichipisa vanhu vakaudza rusununguko. Iye ari kachifamba nezimotas 4x4 but uri kuigira corporate Kabasco. Corporate havane 70 years, right? Anogara mumakomo omuigira kaBhasikoro kokuti tiri kumutendera neBhasikoro. Hamusi kuona kuti munhu asina hanya neropa rakabeuka richisunungura nyika inoi. Iye paanenge achienda kumakoporeti anodi kunda achiobva Bhasikoro. Tina Douglas Kwande Bruwa Idhi zvakare. Zvese izvi zvigananda zvakonzera kuti mhuri yeZimbabwe isafe. Ndivo vanhu vari kutora mari yose ingade ichibatsira kuti nyika ibudirire. Tine political criminals vanobatsirana nezvigananda izvi kusimbisa ED kuti arambe aripo because ivo vanenge vachibhenefita. Political criminal rokutanga rinovazimbise Looskout ndiDaniel Garwe. Uyu ari kupeka saga manje uyu Minister of Local Government in Mashonaland East Provincial Chairman. Uya okutaura kuti makomrades ndivana Bhoki and Bhoki ari muzabva zvinoreva kabwa kaka kakaonda kaka ndo zvaanotiita uyu. Tina anonzi Owen Mudanyuve kana grade 7 haana. Murume uyu akonzera unnecessary suffering kuvanhu, auraya vanhu vakawanda, ndiye ari paforefront yokuuraya all the generals, right? ndiye futi ari paforefront yekuti ari kuterroriza vana vanenge vachizvitsvagira raramo mumasango achitorera vanhu mari dzavo dzavanenge vaita, right? Rimwe basa rake, why ari so close kuna ED, ndiye kunyengera ED vana vepa MSU. Zveshuwa munhu waminista nemunhu wapresident munokanganisa upenyu hwevana, muchifundisa vana chihure, muchimitisa vana at that age, zvinonyadzisa. Tatenda Mavetera, Minister of ICT, uyu nhoroondo yake yekuona uminista ndinayo. Pane zvaakaita naED ndotonyara zvangu kuzvitaura, but matozviziva kuti chii, right? Tina Mebu chinomona, she's a disastrous of a war veteran, right? The president of the Senate, and akapinda ipapo by accident. Mebu chinomona mavengero anoita macomrades, war veterans, ndo anondishambisa kuti tizive kuti ndicomrade chaiye here, kana kuti matauriro aitawo vanhu kuti akauya atumwa nespecial branch kuhondo, tautofunga kuti zvokuti akatumwa ndizvo chaizvo, because munhu wake hauzi wechicomrade. Tina Jacob Mudenda, Speaker of Parliament. Uyu murume is a total disaster. Ndiye anofurira ED zvakare because akapromiswa vice president. Ndiye akafacilitator kuti vana Shabangu vaya, right, varikole ma MPs akachuzwa nevanhu kuti vatori the people's choice, right? Achiva achivatsiva nevanhu vake because vaitira kuti 2030 ibudirire. He's the disaster of a speaker, that one, and he must be dealt with also. Tinatino Machakaire, Minister of Youth and Secretary for Youth Affairs, ZANU-PF, right? Tina buru wangu Christopher Mchangwa anoti akabatiwa nei ZANU-PF spokesperson. Chris ndokudziratidzi shamwari yangu, wapindwa nei? Siyana nezvauri kuita izvi Chris. Zveshuwa Chris chimboona kuti vanhu vese vari mugrupu mako munhu wavo, right? Imbozvibvunza kuti uri kuitei mugrupu iroro, uri kuitei negrupu rako iroro rawajoina iroro. Tinoona hedu kuti munhu wako unoda ED chaizvo kupinda mumakomrades ako, but tikambokubvunza kuti ED chakanyanya kuita kana kuhondo kwacho chii? Hapana. Saka Chris, dzoka kuna makomrades ako. Tine kamupana akaka kafutseki GEZA kanzi John Paradza ndokadziratidzi zvako. Makabhuiona kupislogan inonzi futseki GEZA futseki, kaDeputy Minister of Environment, Climate and Wildlife. Hakana kana chikoro abeori kari kutsvaga chii kuminister. right? Tina love more matuke rinonzi dofo zvaro ndakutaura history yemunhu love more matuke kuti baba vake nguva dzehondo vakapedza mawo veteran macomrade vanga vari mutengesi mukuru magutu hapana magutu hapana asingamuzivi but because ed ndakutsanangurai kuti izvo ed yanga iri spy yerodivision front ndosaka muchida kuona mukaona vanhu vese vanoshanda navo vari aligned kurodivision regime including baba vambudza vanga vari special branch muhurumende yaSmith, right? Tina Ezra Shadzamira, Minister of Provincial Affairs Masvingo, anogotaura zvaasingazivi, haana futi kana chikoro, right? Saka muri kuona kuti vanhu ivava vanonyatsokuona kuti kana idi akaenda pakauya president ari serious ana kuti nyika ienderere mberi, provincial minister anohwana kunani. Tina good wills masimurembwa, right? Igweta rakakonewa rikadzimwa neLaw Society raba irotwa zvaro zvigororo iye manje ziland baron, saka rabenefita too much from land baron, ndosaka muchiona richiramba rakabatirira richisapota 2030 because roda kuramba richiba. Tina Polite Kambamura, hatikambomuti MP weSanyati because akaona MP une uchitsotsi through the back door. Tina Kondo Ziambe kana kuti akanzi ngano contesta kuti aite vidgo chairman, right? Village chairman haawini, hakuna munhu anomuda, but tataimone akaitwa Minister of Justice, ndosaka achiramba akanamatirana naED. Munoziva history yake murume uyu, right? Kuti maprimary election akadyiwa naDina, right? Akanzi adzokorore akadyiwa kuti double, right? Tina Edson Chierende, Midlands Provincial Chairman weZANU-PF. He is also a disaster of a man, right? Vanhu vese avandi kutaura unhu hwavo matsotsi ega malutas macriminals, right? Saka hondo navo yatotanga as we speak muri yeZimbabwe. Muchazvionera mega isusu tiri vanhu veaction, tina munyaradzi machacha, munhu wemuzukuru wangu chaiye, but unhu hwake hunonyadzisa, atinyadzisa zvisikaiti isusu macomrades, but muzukuru wangu, but kana tasvika panyaya yenyika hatichina zvokuti ichi changu, right? Tina Douglas Mahia anopoza nechi chaanoti War Veterans League. War Veterans League ine following ipi? Haina kana vanhu, and anonyepera kuti anomirira zvido zvemacomrades. Iye anga ari paforefront yokubvisa mawo veterans, ane mafarms ese ari along Shamba Road, right? Achida kuti vana Billy Rothenberg vapuwe mapurazi iwawo Yes, also as we speak, vana Bill Rottenberg ndo vari kumurimira kupurazi kwake uku kuBeatrice uku ndo vanomuitira zvinhu zvese. Saka is just a sellout. Ndakambomuaprocha inini ndikati comrade, iwewe navingirai munopinda chechi mese, haukwanisi kumubatsiro yevingirai kuti zvinhu zvake zvidzoke zvakadiwa nana Tagwirei. Akantaura nemuromo wake uyu kuti vingirai ngaandipe 20 million ndimudetsere. Ndikati comrade, uri serious here? Vingirai anokupa 20 million anoiwana kupi yakabirwa zvinhu. Saka mnokotoona kuti ane mentality yechimercenary not yechicomrade. Taakupinda pamaprofita enhema, vana Hubert Angel vanoudza zviprofita zvokumislida vanhu. Munongoziva kuti nyaya yake he was involved in gold mafia, right? Saka matsotsi ega Edwin Mutongizo anonzi Branson munonyazo kumuziva maprofita enhema ega, right? Toita Chitando, Minister of Mines, akatanga akanaka murume uyu nobva wamubhabhatidza iye manje ravagororo chairo. Uyu anonzi Jennifer Muswere handikarambotoisa nguva yangu ndichitaura naye nezvake uyu. Rongozi dofu anoti PhD rakaitenga kupi kana Minister of Information wacho hapana zvinozikanwa, right? Tina Anxious Masuka, one of the most corrupt ministers, right? Vari kuita madhiri eland nemaland baron, right? Land yese settled vachibetserana naGarwe vatora almost 70% esettlement, vachigwana namabhuru avo. Tina Julai Moyo, uyu handidi kuwesa time yangu futi nokutaura nezvake bhozi. Hapana munhu asingazivi kuti iagent yeCIA. Ndosaka vachiuraya naMunangagwa, right? Tina Kazembe, right? Handiwesi futi time yangu ndichitaura nezvake uyu because hatitozivi kuti akabva nekupi. Ndinofunga kuti makaona pamashure pandaitaura nezvana Kazembe kuti vanhu vakabva nekupi, and kana muchinyaso kuona chimiro chacho munyaso kuona kuti ED is anti vanhu veZANU-PF chaivo, is anti macomrades chaivo, because mukaona vanhu vatiri kutaura vana Kazembe vana Ziyambe unochava kuti vakabva kuti nekupi, right? Tina Richard Moyo, Provincial Affairs Minister Matebele North. Manjiro anoita ED ndiye munhu ari kutikanisira Matebele ndiye, right? Saka mhuri yeZimbabwe ndinoda kutaurirai, ende handisi kutaura tichireva vanhema. Isu tiri vanhu veaction, muchaona action. Garai makatenga data, muchaona action yatava kutora about these criminals, about zvidhananda izvi. Havana kunyanya kuwanda, isu va 16 million. Tochemedzwa navanhu vashomanana vakadai ava nokuti vanouraya naED. Tiri kusvika kuda ED, but tiri kutanga naivava. Mark my words, tiri kutanga naivava. Nhasi ndiri kutaura manzwi mashomani because munokwanisa kuzoti comrade Bob chavanongotaura ndati chimirirai muone action. Ndoda kuti muchikuona action chete muchanakirwa. Zvinotirwadza isu muri yeZimbabwe, especially isusu semacomrades, taakuita chiseko chokuti unoona vana vadiki vachitaura kuti dzoserai nyika kwananga yakasungirirwa, zvichikonzerwa newawawa mapolitical criminals aya atiri kuregerera. Saka tiri kutizvo iwe munangagwa tiri kupedzera 31 March, asi ava taakutaka kutodhila nawo starting from now, taakutaka kudhila nepa because vanomukati vakangwara maningi. They think they are very clever, but they are going to regret vanhu ivavavo. They are going to regret, you know, vachanotaura Mnangagwa kuti dai Mnangagwa chikurumidza kurizaina kani, you know, takaura isu tayaura kani kurumidza kurizaina kani. Ndikutokutaurirai. Ndo pamuchaona kuti when we talk of 31 first, hatisi kutamba muri yeZimbabwe. Isu muchitoona so, we have reached the afternoon of our lives. Takura, but tinozvibvunza futi kuti in a way isusu mavo veterans takakuregererai, because takasiya manationalists aya achiaijeka chunhu, right? Isu tikapakwa, vamwe vakapakwa kuma-assembly points, vamwe vakademobilizwa, right? And they made sure kuti muwo veteran wese ashaya basa, muwo veteran wese aita murombo. Saka nediscipline taingoti you know, zvishanaka. Saka we are very sorry on behalf of the war veterans. We are very sorry. In a way, taakuita laid down. Because pane pamwe paibuda vanhu veopposition, isu taitoshandiswa kutorwa vanhu veopposition. Because tanga takaputirwa tichikofuka kuti but manje tazviona kuti nayo yeduwe because atava kutopera, right? Ko thousands and thousands and thousands, right? Dzakasara mumasango dzisina makuva, ko ma1000 akasara panyadzonya, ma1000 akasara pachimoyo, ma1000 akasara ku-freedom camp, ma1000 akasara kumukushi. Akasarira chii? Kana isusu tichiri vapenyu, right? Tichisiya nyika iri mumaoko memacriminals because of Mnangagwa spy yakatiwa neredivision special branch. Povu yedu dana mjibha vedu sana mjibha varinga vachikonyeperwa, nyoranai mazita ikoko, zvino so it's 40 years down the line, right? Hapana chabuda. Saka ndiri kutaura kuti tazvipira isu bavo veterans, tazvipira bavo veterans nepovo yose yeZimbabwe, right? Tichipa direction kuti toda kusiya nyika iri mumaoko makanaka, toda kusiyirai nhaka, right? Tabvisa nyika munana Mnangagwa nematsotsi ake. Ndinokutendai muri yeZimbabwe, uyai neuwando hwenyu, but iri basa taakutotaka kutoita rematsotsi nemapolitical criminals, renyu hombe munoriita kuti waseti one first tokudai mose toda kuti tiite inonzi uprising from Plumtree to Mutare, from Zambezi to Limpopo, right? Nyamapanda to Bade Bridge. Munhu wese gap in road, ED must go. Ndatenda muri yeZimbabwe.
Musatamba nesimba ravani svakafanana nemasaisa yegungwa. Hakuna course inokwanisa kumisa masaisa kuti aende kwa noda. Hakuna saka tatosvika hapa ma strategic partners zedu ayewa tiri tese zvakasimba. Ndiri kutaura kuti ndiri right, ndakangomirira signal sekutaura kwandakaita. Do not play with the power of the people, it is like the ocean currents. There is no course that can stop the currents from flowing where they want, and so we have arrived. Our strategic partners, indeed we are tightly united with them. I'm saying that I am alright, I am just waiting for the signal. As I have said before, GEZA, GEZA, when I GEZA, GEZA, when I GEZA, zin, GEZA, zin. Hakuna kosi inokwanisa kumisa masaisa ikutiende kwa noda. Hakuna saka tatoshwika pa ma strategic partners edu ayewa kiritese zvakasimba. Ndiri kutaura kuti ndiri right, ndakangomirira signal sekutaura kwandakaita. Do not play with the power of the people, it is like the ocean currents. There is no cause that can stop the currents from flowing where they want none. So we have arrived.
for the signal, as I have said before. GEZA, 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 GEZA. Winner, 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 winner. GEZA, 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 GEZA. Winner, winner, winner. GEZA. Hakuna kosi inokwanisa kumisa Masai saikutiende kwa noda. Hakuna saka tatoshwika pama strategic partners eduaya. Haewa kiritesezwa kasimba. Ndiri kutaura kuti ndiri right. Ndakangomirira. Signal sekutaura kwa ndakaita. Do not play with the power of the people. It is like the ocean currents. There is no cause that can stop the currents from flowing where they want none. So we have arrived, our strategic partners. Indeed, we are tightly united with them. I'm saying that I am alright. I am just waiting for the signal, as I have said before. GEZA, 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 GEZA. Winner, 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 winner. GEZA, 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 GEZA. Winner, winner, winner. GEZA. Hakuna kosi inokwanisa kumisa Masai saikutiende kwa noda. Hakuna saka tatoshwika pama strategic partners eduaya. Haewa kiritesezwa kasimba. Ndiri kutaura kuti ndiri right. Ndakangomirira. Signal sekutaura kwa ndakaita. Do not play with the power of the people. It is like the ocean currents. There is no cause that can stop the currents from flowing where they want none. So we have arrived, our strategic partners. Indeed, we are tightly united with them. I'm saying that I am alright. I am just waiting for the signal, as I have said before. GEZA, 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 GEZA. Winner, 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 winner. GEZA, 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 GEZA. Winner, winner, winner. GEZA. Hakuna kosi inokwanisa kumisa Masai saikutiende kwa noda. Hakuna saka tatoshwika pama strategic partners eduaya. Haewa kiritesezwa kasimba. Ndiri kutaura kuti the ocean currents. There is no cause that can stop the currents from flowing where they want none. So we have arrived, our strategic partners. Indeed, we are tightly united with them. I'm saying that I am alright, I am just waiting for the signal. As I have said before, GEZA, 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 winner, 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 GEZA, 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 winner, winner, GEZA. Hakuna kosi inokwanisa kumisa Masai saikutiende kwa noda. Hakuna saa katatoshwika pama strategic partners eduaya. Aewa kiritesezwa kasimba ndiri kutaura kuti ndiri right ndakangomirira signal sekutaura kwandakaita. Do not play with the power of the people. It is like the ocean currents. There is no cause that can stop the currents from flowing where they want none. So we have arrived, our strategic partners. Indeed, we are tightly united with them. I'm saying that I am alright, I am just waiting for the signal. As I have said before, GEZA, 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 winner, 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 GEZA, 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 winner, winner, GEZA. Hakuna kosi inokwanisa kumisa Masai saikutiende kwa noda. Hakuna saa katatoshwika pama strategic partners eduaya. Aewa kiritesezwa kasimba ndiri kutaura kuti ndiri right ndakangomirira signal sekutaura kwandakaita. Do not play with the power of the people. It is like the ocean currents. There is no cause that can stop the currents from flowing where they want none. So we have arrived, our strategic partners. Indeed, we are tightly united with them. I'm saying that I am alright, I am just waiting for the signal. As I have said before, GEZA, 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 winner, 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 GEZA, 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 winner, winner, Musatamba nesimbara vanhu zvakafanana nemasai saegungwa.
Musatamba nesimba ravanu zvakafanana nemasai
strategic partners, indeed we are tightly united with them. I am saying that I am alright. I am just waiting for the signal, as I have said before. GEZA, GEZA, when GEZA, see my GEZA, GEZA, see my GEZA, musatamba nesimba ravanu zvakafanana nemasaisai egungwa. Hakuna kosi inokwanisa kumisa masaisai kuti andende kwanoda. Hakuna saka katosvika papa mastrategic partners edu aya tiritese zvakasimba. Ndiri kutaura kuti ndiri right, ndakangomirira signal sekutaura kwandakaita. Do not play with the power of the people. It is like the ocean currents. There is no course that can stop the currents from flowing where they want none. So we have arrived, our strategic partners. Indeed, we are tightly united with them. I am saying that I am alright. I am just waiting for the signal, as I have said before. GEZA, GEZA, when GEZA, see my GEZA, GEZA, see my GEZA, musatamba nesimba ravanu zvakafanana nemasaisai egungwa. Hakuna kosi inokwanisa kumisa masaisai kuti andende kwanoda. Hakuna saka katosvika papa mastrategic partners edu aya tiritese zvakasimba. Ndiri kutaura kuti ndiri right, ndakangomirira signal sekutaura kwandakaita. Do not play with the power of the people. It is like the ocean currents. There is no course that can stop the currents from flowing where they want none. So we have arrived, our strategic partners. Indeed, we
musatamba nesimba ravanu zvakafanana nemasaisa yegungwa hakuna kosi inokwanisa kumisa masaisa ikuti andende kwanoda hakuna saka katosvika papa mastrategic partners zedu aya tiritese zvakasimba ndiri kutaura kuti ndiri right ndakangomirira signal sekutaura kwandakaita do not play with the power of the people it is like the ocean currents there is no course that can stop the currents from flowing where they want none so we have arrived our strategic partners indeed we are tightly united with them I am saying that I am alright I am just waiting for the signal as I have said before GEZA GEZA wena GEZA zimaye GEZA GEZA zimaye GEZA musatamba nesimba ravanu zvakafanana nemasaisa yegungwa hakuna kosi inokwanisa kumisa masaisa ikuti andende kwanoda hakuna saka katosvika papa mastrategic partners zedu aya tiritese zvakasimba ndiri kutaura kuti ndiri right ndakangomirira signal sekutaura kwandakaita do not play with the power of the people it is like the ocean currents there is no course that can stop the currents from flowing where they want none so we have arrived our strategic partners indeed we are tightly united with them I am saying that I am alright I am just waiting for the signal as I have said before GEZA GEZA wena GEZA zimaye GEZA GEZA zimaye GEZA musatamba nesimba ravanu zvakafanana nemasaisa yegungwa hakuna kosi inokwanisa kumisa masaisa ikuti andende kwanoda hakuna saka katosvika papa mastrategic partners zedu aya tiritese zvakasimba ndiri kutaura kuti ndiri right ndakangomirira signal sekutaura kwandakaita musatamba nesimba ravanu zvakafanana nemasaisai egungwa hakuna kosi inokwanisa kumisa masaisai kuti andende kwanoda hakuna saka katosvika baba mastrategic partners edu aya tiritese zvakasimba ndiri kutaura kuti ndiri right ndakangomirira signal sekutaura kwandakaita do not play with the power of the people it is like the ocean currents there is no course that can stop the currents from flowing where they want none so we have arrived our strategic partners indeed we are tightly united with them I am saying that I am alright I am just waiting for the signal as I have said before GEZA GEZA wena GEZA zimaye GEZA GEZA zimeye GEZA
ndikada kune vanhu vashomanana vakapoteredza Emerson vari kuudza matambudziko ose amunosangana nawo muday to day life yenyu vanoita kuti mushayiwe mishonga mumahospital vanoita kuti macivil servants navamwe vashandi musapuwa pay dzakakwana vanoita kuti mafarmers asabhadharwa zvakanaka ndikangoti vanhu vari kukonzeresa madambudziko ese ndivo vanomasika saka tava kutanga kudhilana vanhu ivava ndava kutokupai mazita avo vanhu ivava tinotanga nakuda kwashe Regiment Tagwirei ndo number 1 chidananda ichi chotoda kutoita president ichochi chinotamba achiti zeve mushe achifurana nawo kuSyria kuti kana iye akasapinda panopinda kuSyria ndiye munhu ari kupiwa mamaini ose right ehurumende ndiye munhu ari kupiwa makambani ese ehurumende ndakapotaura last time ndikapa maexample ana ZB ana CBZ ana Fidelity you know makambani akati one day right tobva pana iyeye tunoenda pana anonzi Wicknell Chivayo Wicknell haana kana bepa kuratidza kuti ane kambani kana kuti maofisi kuti anoparetera papi but akutozviti se Wicknell Chivayo nemari yokungopiwa yenyu achingopiwa naED anopiwa matenda acho haasapply but mari anenge abhadharwa in advance wobvunza ED kuti ko mari inongoti Wicknell anongotengera vanhu mota anoiwana kupi ED anotaura kuti ane mari yake ina handizi kuti but nyaya yeGwanda project is not a secret right yakangofa yakaloda achiprojectwa naED tinapedzai Scott Sakupanya rimwe tsotsi rinopuwa mukana wokuexporta gold rayo risikabhadhari tax kana kuti mutero kuhurumende but richibhadharisa vamwe vose maplayers 7% yegold ravo ravanenge vachida kuexporta mari vanenge vachizogovana naED tina George Guamatanga nicknamed 10%. kadhiri rose remuhurumende kuti ribudirire kuti riite go through nguva matanga anopiwa 10% yedhiri iroro iye manje atenga maproperties all over the world, vana South Africa, vana UK, vana States, vana Canada. Iri mari yenyu iyo yaanenge achishandisa imi muchishaiwa mushonga. Tino umwe anozviti mbinda munin'ina waED anonzi Julius Charumbira Mapingure Shumba panzvimbo ari paNewlands, right? Ari kuitawo mashure ake iwawawa ndivo vanhu vese vanenge vachidi vachisimbisa ED vavava vachibatsira kubora upfumi hwavana veZimbabwe. Tina John Panonetsa Mangunza, former Reserve Bank governor. Mupana wangu andinyadzisa zvikuru, mupana iye nachimutsvaga kuti ndimupa advice. Haadairi kana mafoni, but achasangana nazvo. Tina Mutuli Muve, Minister of Finance. Ari kuitawo mashura ari kufinance ikoko. Tina Obechi Muka ipartner yakuda Tagwirei. Vari kungoba upfumi zvakafanana. Tine tsotsi iri rozi Temta Paul Tungwarara. Uyu ndinomuvenga zvekumuvenga zviya zvekuti ari kufamba achichipisa vanhu vakaudza rusununguko. Iye ari kachifamba nezimotokari 4x4, but uri kuigira corporate kaBhasikoro. Corporate havane 70 years, right? Anogara mumakomo omuigira kaBhasikoro kokuti tiri kumutendera neBhasikoro. Hamusi kuona kuti munhu asina hanya neropa rakabeuka richisunungura nyika inoi. Iye paanenge achienda kumakomuniti aridi kunge achiobva Bhasikoro. Tina Douglas Kwande, Brewer ED zvakare. Zvese izvi zvigananda zvakonzera kuti mhuri yeZimbabwe isafe. Ndivo vanhu vari kutora mari yose ingade ichibatsira kuti nyika ibudirire. Tine political criminals vanobatsira vanhu zvigananda izvi kusimbisa ED kuti arambe aripo, because ivo vanenge vachibenefita. Political criminal rokutanga rinovazimbise Looskout ndiDaniel Garwe. Uyu ari kupeka saga manje uyu, Minister of Local Government in Mashonaland East Provincial Chairman. Uya okutaura kuti makomrades ndivana Bhoki, and Bhoki ari muzabva zvinoreva kabwa kaka kakaonda kaka ndo zvaanotiita uyu. Tina anonzi Owen Mudanyuve, kana grade 7 haana. Murume uyu akodzera unnecessary suffering kuvanhu, auraya vanhu vakawanda, ndiye ari paforefront yokuuraya all the generals, right? Ndiye futi ari paforefront yekuti ari kuterrorize vana vanenge vachizvitsvagira raramo mumasango, achitorera vanhu mari dzavo dzavanenge vaita, right? Rimwe basa rake, why are so close kuna ED, ndiye kunyengera ED vana vepa MSU. Zveshiwa munhu waminister nemunhu wapresident munokanganisa upenyu hwevana. muchifundisa vana chihure, muchimitisa vana at that age, zvinonyadzisa. Tatenda Mavetera, Minister of IC. Yekuona minister ndinayo pane zvaakaita naED ndotonyara zvangu kuzvitaura but matozviziva kuti chii, right? Tina mebu chinomona